Welcome to TechGeeks. In the last class, I had explained the basics of intranet and had told I will going to teach you about the how to create an intranet for an organization. First, I apologize you for that because I'm not going to explain you about that today. Since my intranet is in-house intranet is under construction or under development, so once it is finished, I will explain you with the practical issues of the intranet. So today I am going to teach you about web development and the process involved in the web development. What is web development? Web development is a process for creating a new website or implementing a changes to one already in use. For example, adding a significant new sections to a live sites. There are 8 development process involved in it. The one is planning. The planning decides why you want a website and what to create. And the next one is the content. It actually creates a list of the contents you want. And the third one is to design. Design is used to create design for the display of the content. The fourth one is the construction. It actually involves the coding and to load up your content. And the fifth one is test. So once your website is constructed, you have to make sure that everything works properly. So testing will help you to test it properly. And the sixth one is a hosting. So to choose a domain name and find a place to put your site on the internet. Since it's very difficult to find a site on the earth, at least we can find or get a site on internet. So this stage will help you to host websites. And the next one is a publicity. This builds a traffic via publicity. The site by promoting or marketing, we can drive the more traffic to the our website, so increases business revenue. And the next is a review. This review actually for our site at intervals we have to make sure it succeeded our goals. Whatever we goal set, it should be fulfilled. I will elaborate all these steps the next. See now, website planning is the process for identifying the business objectives and user needs that drive the development cycle. There are two things involved in business website planning. One is the business goals and the user needs. Business goals, actually nobody is forced you to create a website. You do it because you want to. So this hope is that you have a convincing and compelling motive in mind before you begin. So these business goals have to fulfill the business of to get a revenue. You build a website to earn revenue, so it can attract buyers and they can come and buy your products, or you can monetize your website. So from that you can increase your revenue. So no businessman every businessman has to worry about the revenue and to increase the money. Now next is to influence people. So just think of a website of Barack Obama in 2008 election, and in 2014 Narendra Modi, our beloved Prime Minister Narendra Modi website www.narendramodi.in, and now the Trump, he's using trump.com to just to political purpose. They are using the website to influence people. And for third, it is used to create a cost savings. So by putting a common information online, you can reduce the amount of time stop spending on answering your phones. So it will help in increasing your productivity of the company. And the next process, second process, is website development. Website development, the second step of website development is website content. Website content encompasses all the information and application available on your website. See, whenever you use a content, we need why is this, because content is same as because the intention of most website is the same, just to bring the visitors on a journey towards an intended destination. In this we have to see the content formats first. What are the content formats like budget? What can you afford, and audience. Does your audience have any special needs? Example, if they don't have broadband, you should not use a video. And you can also use contents like plain text or video, audio, and flash. Anything you can use depends on your user, how they can use it. And also there are other content options like widgets, mashups, and everything you can use in your website like Google Maps, anything. And the next one, the third one, is the website design. It's the most or vital stage of the web development. Design is the process of originating and developing a plan for an aesthetic and functional object. It usually requires considerable research, thought, modeling, and iterative adjustment. And this design actually process involves several distinct disciplines like information architecture. This information architecture is concerned with organizing content on a website. And the interaction organization design. This interaction design is a system for structuring and generating action on a website in response to user behavior, how the user behaves, and everything. It actually helps in that process. And next one is the interface design. Interface design is concerned with the selection of web elements that facilitate interaction with the site visitors. Such features generally encompasses links, buttons, checkbox, etc. The next one is the navigation design. This is concerned with the helping people orient themselves within a website and also move through it. The next one is the information design. This design is concerned with the effective presentation of a content on a screen. The last one is a visual design. Is what actually most people think of when they consider a website design. That is like a cool online graphics. And the fourth one is a website construction. This is also important stage in the web development. Website construction is a process for converting content and design to a code, usually HTML. So this there are series of guidelines that you need to follow to make sure your website conforms a best practice. For example, browser compatibility, screen resolution, web accessibility, and others. Now we will see the browser compatibility. Browser compatibility. See, browser is a software. It is used to display a website on your computer. Many people use different browsers. I use a Chrome browser to browse anything on internet. There are many browsers like Internet Explorer, Opera, Firefox, Chrome, and AOL browser, Netscape, and so on. So we have to see browser compatibility. It has to work on all the browsers. For example, your users uses Opera, it has to support Opera, and if your users or customers using Firefox, it has to support Firefox. And the next one is screen resolution. It's also most important. The screen resolution defines the number of pixels that can be displayed on a computer monitor. This number is increasing all the time. So your application or your website has to support all the devices from smartphones to desktops. All the width or height proportion, it has to support all the devices. Only then your customers or users can be compatible to use that. And again, a good way to check what screen resolution people use for viewing your website is to analyze your website traffic analysis. From that you can check who are using, how many percent of the people are using which resolution devices. From that you can give a resolution specific websites. So you can use a bootstrap technology. It supports all the devices. And next we will move to